Good morning, it's Wednesday, the middle of the week. It's wise words from Waldo. I'm not sure how accustomed you might be to praying. There's a story told about a man who wanted to know how much prayer weighed. He owned a grocery store and a meat market. He was not a religious man. It was a busy day in his store, about a month after World War I had ended. A young woman came in and asked for just enough food for Christmas dinner for her children. He asked her how much she could spend. Her response was, "My husband was killed in the war, and I have nothing to offer you but prayer." Somewhat mockingly, he said, "Well, write it on a piece of paper and I'll weigh it." To his surprise, she pulled a sheet of paper out from her pocket and she handed it to him and said, "I already wrote the prayer during the night. Here." The grocer took the piece of paper, and with others in the store now watching the scene, he put it on one side of the scale. Then he placed a small amount of food on the other side of the scale, but it didn't move. A few of the customers around whispered, "Amazing." He added some more food, and it still didn't tip the scales. Whether he was embarrassed or frustrated, he added a little more food, and then the woman said, "Thank you, that's more than enough." Gruffly, he said, "You'll have to bag it yourself, I'm busy." After she left, he began examining the scale. It was broken. He'd used it all morning, and it was fine. He set it back out, and it worked perfectly again. For years, the grocer wondered about that woman and her prayer. He never saw her again, but he remembers her more than any other customer that he ever served. And he kept the piece of paper in a desk drawer at his business. By the way, what was written on the paper? One sentence. "Please, Lord, give us this day our daily bread." How much does your prayer weigh? Now stop and think about that.